Is this thing on? I don't know, but I will soon find out. It's Friday, and that means it's time for the weekly live evaluation. As soon as I have confirmed that we are live, I have done this mistake thousands of times. So until that green light is lit up, until I can hear myself talk my beautiful voice. Wait. Ooh, yeah. That went quickly this time. So it's Friday, and that means we are going to do a very short video where I'm going to do some reflections concerning the week. It's going to be about self-esteem. It's going to be about the importance of facing our fears. It's going to be about me going through this process, lowering my self-esteem, then raising myself up again, having this fear awareness radar. And we're going to be doing it for about 10 minutes. It's, of course, joined by my cup of tea this lovely evening. It's herbal. Actually, to be honest, it's the shittiest tea I could find. I'm really not in the mood for tea. I just got in. I'm sweaty. That's my bike standing there, so I don't want hot tea right now, to be frank. But it's Friday. It's freaking live evaluation, and that's not happening without a cup of tea. Sorry to say, guys. I'm just gonna force myself to drink this beauty. Who knows? Maybe I'm gonna enjoy it. Just to give you a heads up, this might get messy. I have not had time to land mentally. This week has been busy. I've been off on a business trip. I've been working a whole lot more than usual. Fridays is usually when I work at home with my own projects, but I had to go into work and put in some hours today due to I had some suction cups to construct. Let's just say that. That's what I do. I'm a mechanical engineering. So my thoughts isn't totally like this is what I'm going to talk about. So we might go a bit all over the place, but I still feel that I just have to share these thoughts on the topic of self-esteem, the topic of fears, and I'm starting right now. Boom. No, but seriously, the thing is, okay, so I had this kind of experience this week, let me tell you this story about what I've been doing at work for the past 2 weeks. I've been quite challenged in my position as a constructor, so I'm faced with this big task of designing some new things, and it's way out of my comfort zone. So that means I need to gather information, I need to talk, I need to really be in a vulnerable position, asking questions, exposing my lack of knowledge and experience. And that's scary. That's just scary as shit, to be frank. If you're not super comfortable, if you don't have that super high self-esteem, if you don't have the confidence in that special context, you see, you can feel super confident in the social group with this special group of friends. You can feel super confident in the gym where you're doing your thing. But then when you put in this context with these people out of your comfort zone, then you can feel like you're just a little baby without any kind of protection. And the thing is, you will stay that vulnerable, you will stay that exposed and insecure if you don't face those fears in that context that makes you feel this way. Because to exemplify the situation I've been in at work, I kind of start doubting myself, like, I can't do this, and I had to ask so many questions, and with like deadline coming up, so I had this negative spiral, and I didn't face my fears. I didn't go ask those questions. So instead of building myself up, instead of facing those fears, I just felt worse and worse, and it made me feel stupid. I'm so afraid of feeling stupid. The feeling I get inside when I ask something, and it's I can hear myself ask this thing, and just, oh, that's so stupid, Alex. Why did you ask that? And that feeling within, like that, like I'm a stupid person. Oh, it's so awful. It's really, really awful to me. And I'm sure you can relate to that. That it's about us caring what people think of us. It's about, yeah, that's basically what it is. I'm so invested in other people's opinion of me that I let it hurt myself so much. I let it hurt myself. I'm letting it impact myself, that it 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 I want to, it handicaps me to take the actions I need to take. And I'm seeing that Armando is joining in here. Hey Armando, I'm just in the middle of telling a story, kind of emotional, so I'm gonna try to just keep my thread here. Anyways, so when we're in this situation, we're afraid of harming ourselves emotionally. We close down, we go internal, and we just follow this negative spiral. But what we need to do here is to start facing these fears. We need to be asking those questions that expose us. We need to dare to take these actions gradually. And as we do that, we will come to build this self-esteem. We will come to build this confidence within ourselves, and it will become easier and easier, and we will realize that we aren't stupid. The world doesn't end. However, that only happens if we have this mindset. We really need to have this mindset along with us. If we ask questions that makes us come off as what do you say, not so knowledgeable, and we interpret that situation like, man, I really am stupid, then it will only make it worse. We have to have the right mindset. We have to accept that we can't know it all. We need practice in every different context that we are playing within. And this journey I have been through the week. Armando is asking if something happened. Uh, I'm just saying that this week I've been on an emotional journey. For the last weeks, I've been quite. I've had a daunting work task ahead. I've been working on a project that really is out of my comfort zone. So I've been in a position where I've been really happy. Man, I'm losing it. I'm losing it. I have I have had to go to so many people and put myself in a vulnerable situation, and that has made me feel so stupid. So I stopped asking these questions. I started to just trying to figure out things on my own, and that eventually I came to a point where, like, no, I can't do this. I have to reach out. So I I I reached a point where my awareness was high enough for me to realize that I had to take action. I was aware. I took in. I accepted how I felt. What was the issue? I stopped like hiding it with, like, yeah, I can do this. And then I took responsibility, and I went out there and I asked. I just started talking to people and asking questions, just gathering information. And as I did that, the whole situation got better and better, and I just increased my esteem. And now in the end of the week, I've just raised myself up just by facing these fears in this context at work. Started off feeling like shit, and now I feel great. This day was the culmination. Like, I felt like I've done a great job this week, and I had a lot of fun time with my colleagues. But and it all comes down to taking the small actions, the small facing fear actions. I mean, I talk a whole lot about self-esteem, and self-esteem is built mainly by the actions you take. And I mean, it's literally is the reputation you have with yourself, and you are defined by the actions you take. So if you constantly keep taking these small actions, then you will build your self-esteem. Then you will prove to yourself. You will have the reputation that you are the kind of person that does the hard thing. You start to live this the way you are. It's easier when you have the reference bank of what you have done in the past. That means that you will keep doing it the same way. And Armando adds here that sometimes avoidance hurts more than fear. Knowing that helps me. And that is for sure so true. That's the first step in the 6 pillars of self-esteem. You can't play this game of having a high level of self-esteem if you're not first increase your awareness. You need to be aware of what's going on, then you need to accept what is going on, and then you take responsibility, you take action towards that thing that is the that that's the issue, which is the issue. And yeah, I can feel how I get a bit emotional here because it's been quite emotional, to be frank. The thing is, as I said before, I'm so afraid of feeling stupid. And when you're an engineer, you're surrounded with so many smart people. So I'm so filtered in what I say. I judge myself like, oh, they're gonna think that I'm stupid just because I'm trying to match my colleagues' level of smartness. I need to be as smart as them in everything I say. But you can't you can't compare yourself to other people. I have so many good qualities that these colleagues of mine doesn't have. It doesn't matter. I'm me, and I only compare myself to myself. That's one of the signs of having a strong self-esteem. You compare yourself internally and not externally. I don't care if I'm not as smart as them. I did that in the week, but I am going through this process. I'm realizing, no, Alex, I freaking love myself despite all my faults and errors. I'm only working on improving myself compared to my old self. And as long as I'm on that journey, I'm on the right path. I'm on the right path. And yeah, as I said, this was super. I just got home. I didn't have time to go through this stream, and it's just been so emotional. So I had to share this, and I have had a really insightful week. I have experienced how much these fears are tied to this self-esteem curve. Because since I started applying this fear awareness radar, which I talked about a couple of weeks ago, I have just started to notice what I'm afraid of. Like, okay, I'm afraid of talking to this guy right now. I'm afraid of doing that thing right now. And just starting with that awareness, pattern recognition will define that next action for you. Even if you only start with acknowledging what needs to happen, when it's put out there, you just know that's what you have to go for. And then eventually, with this continuous application of your awareness, you will go do that thing. It hurts within too much not doing what you need, you must do. And I guess that kind of sums it up. I'm not Self-esteem is such an important topic, but it's kind of vague, and that's why I'm only trying to focus in more on the facing fear part, because that is the one thing that really will make the biggest difference. As I said, self-esteem is basically the core of it is defined by the actions you take, and if you keep taking the right actions, you will grow your self-esteem. The right actions means things that aligns with your values, beliefs, and goals. Yeah. Armando, do you have anything to add? I'm kind of smashed in my head. I just went on Deadpool 2. IMAX cinema with my little brother, and I've had a long day. This weekend is so coming in the right moment. Come on, Armando. Armando, give me something. If not, I need to close the stream down because he needs to game and he needs to be speaking when he does that. Also, I can mention that. Oh, you're kind of sick. That sucks. I hope you get better soon. Man, am I one disturbed person? I'm really losing it right now. The weather. Oh, here in Stockholm, it's beautiful weather. The sun is shining. We had like 29 degrees this last week. Just amazing. Just amazing. Oh yeah. Armando here, he says that he had an injury because he played basketball, but he did so facing some fears. He went on a basket course with some unknown gym people. That's one of the things that scares the crap out of me. Just hanging out with new people, doing new things. That's so scary, but it's so good, so good. Armando, I'm not gonna drag this out. I have to get some food in my belly. I've been biking for 2 hours today and I've only had lunch. And I'm totally blasted. But I'm gonna release another video today. It's probably not the most exciting one, and it's gonna be about the book Finding Your One Word by Evan Carmichael. It's actually a very good book to go through. It's about defining what you're about, your reason for being. I found my word, one word, through going through that book. It's freedom. That means that it's what's driving me. It's my decision making filter. It's something that I've always been focusing in on in my life. And going through the book, the process that's outlined in the book, it made me define that word. And what does that mean? Well, it means like my entire life, my entire childhood, I always have been striving to find this freedom within. I've always wanting to run my own company. I've always been eager to earn money so I can have freedom in the choices and how I want to live my life. And everything has always been directed, fueled to get towards freedom. I mean, I'm so afraid of signing any kind of contract. I don't even have like a phone, what do you say, my phone operator. I have like deals that I can always close down within a month. Anything that makes me attached to running to a specific period, it scares the crap out of me. And reading the book, going through these questions that made me find this one word, it gave me that clarity. And that's how I'm branding this channel now, like freedom. That's what I want. That's what I want you to have. I've started to saying like, face your fears, get freedom in your mind and body. I'm still working on that whole thing, but that's just the underlying theme of the whole channel, and it's a really good thing. So really have a look at that video and maybe it will inspire you. Armando says, I'm gonna make some tea then. Well, you should. This was actually quite good. Some herbal rooibos tea. Sometimes we worship people's opinions. We believe it's always true. Often it's not, or it's incomplete. Oh, heck yeah. As I said, that has been the theme of my week, worshiping people's opinions. I've been so goddamn afraid. It gets worse and worse when you start letting it have a grip on you, because it really is like something controlling you. I've, I've been so filtered. Like before I've opened my mouth, I've quickly gone through, can I say that? Can I say this? Can I say that? And as soon as I've said something, it's like, oh, why did you say that? That's such a obvious sign of low self-esteem. But you can fluctuate very quickly. Since I've been through this process, I know how to build myself up, like go back to the natural state quite quickly, using different mood boosters, using a journal to talk with myself and realize that, man, you are who you are, and you have to love yourself for who you are. The other people, if you they don't like you, then fuck those people. That's basically it. You have to love yourself for who you are, because the thing is, if you start thinking about who you put yourself out there too much, this filter, then it limits you. You can't be yourself because you are judging yourself too hard. Being okay with making mistakes while talking to people helps me. People are often quite forgiving, and that's the other thing. We are so paranoid in what we think people think of us. 99% of the cases, they don't care, and they don't even notice what you are noticing. It's just like you overanalyzing yourself. And as Armando says here, you are free to make mistakes. Heck yeah, we have to make mistakes. We have to know where the boundaries are so we can learn. That's how we develop. If you don't fall down the bike, then you're not, well, you can still learn how to. No, you need to know where the edges are. You learn from your mistakes. Freedom, bitch. Heck yeah. YouTube actually filtered that. Speaking of filtering, Armando said that. Well, I'm not gonna drag this out. I'm sorry for being so unfiltered and a bit emotional today. I haven't had food in quite some time, but it's important for me to do this live streams Fridays, even if they're not always delivering. It's as long as I've said I'm going to do a live stream, I need to do it because it's a matter of integrity. Integrity is another part of having a strong self-esteem. Doing what you have said you're going to do. And that affects you, impacts you internally as well. If you said you are going to do something, if you told yourself, I'm going to go do that thing, if you're not doing that thing, then later, if you're not going to do that thing, then you're breaching that deal you made with yourself, and that means you're lowering your self-esteem. Again, freedom, bitch. Heck yeah. Let's not censor ourselves. If we feel strong emotions, then fucking say them. I don't care about YouTube messing my account up. I can't curse here because that means I get like a special tag on me. Not appropriate for kids. But my target group is millennials, mostly 20 to 35-year-old people that are building themselves up, facing those fears, or in a position where they need to do so. Armando, thank you for joining me. It was really nice, and see you soon. I will release the next video in just a bit. And of course, Sunday, as always, there will be one. And Armando, make sure to get well soon. Pour yourself a nice cup of tea, relax, and feel proud for doing that thing, playing basketball with those people, those gym folks, and keep push yourself. Keep facing your fears. Goddamn freedom, bitch. See you in the next one. Bye, guys. I'm really not delivering today.